a nice get up. International, rockin' Japanese denim. Enough gas to get you above average. How many more do I have to from my enemies? They bringing my old ways back. Back in my day, would've had your whole face smacked. Look at you, wonder why hate rap. Ooh, what make you wanna go and say that? And I'm on another wave, and I'm putting on some weight. Feeling overpaid, I'm supposed to do. Don't nobody know your name, we ain't never seen your face. You ain't never, what you trying to prove? I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not a Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my, now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. I've been swimming through the process and you can't see me on the Loch Ness. You can proceed with caution, give the proceeds to my god kids. Older on my conscience, same my pop is. Lame when the pop get drop kick, buy drop kick. Why you gotta lie to me so much, babe? You tell me the same that you told what's his name. If it don't work out, I go back to hustling. Couple 100,000 up in my mother's name. Peace, what peace? Talk about don't shoot, tell that to police. Scared and underprepared, I can see. Promise I'ma get them comments before I decease. I never wanted to ever be over. I'm not a Philly, I thought it'd be colder. I might need a chauffeur. Check out my chicky, check out my, now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no, hold up, come on, out the jaw, come on. Now who are you? I don't know what you do. I don't know, you're short a few. Oh no.
Hey, Pete, let it ride out. Look at you go. Okay, you ready? Look. Go. Look at you go. Okay, you ready? Look.
Yeah. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just see the bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how the poppin' is shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down to the 36-yard line here. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Next, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
Well, to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. He's got Watkins on the out route. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. This is caught. Watkins. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try to run with Hunt. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
21.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Go ahead. 11. Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
21. Here we go. 180. 6.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to loft it, deep right sideline. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Mahomes looks to throw on third down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead.
13.
Garoppolo to try again on second down. And open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you have there, because when you give him different looks, and you give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football. And that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Deshaun Hamilton from 19 yards away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
The catch and the touchdown, they were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They juked him. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at about the 32. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black 58, Royal! Black 58!
Now Mahomes. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Black 58, Royal! Black 58, Royal!
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
11. I got you. Here we go. 80! Hey, go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo going for it all. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their route, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
21.
They get it to him running left. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Officially a minute 54 to go in this first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. Stopped up shy of the 45 despite some pretty powerful running. Sua Craven's up to make the stop. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
65.
And they'll run it here. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go ahead. Go ahead. 21. Here we go. 13. Yes!
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He's got a man complete. Give him 30 yards there. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
13.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 49-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on 1st down. They're going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And it's 2nd down.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
From the gun, it's Mahomes. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They go play fake. Mahomes being chased down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So it's on to halftime. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Win or go home. That's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the 2nd half of this AFC divisional round. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Toss. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
12. Go ahead.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Mahomes now to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. Takes this up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
9 yards on the play and a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Now he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Garoppolo now. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. On is the punter, King, to send it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Left, 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 left. Left, 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 left.
To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Stepping up. Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
This is caught. Watkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That one goes for 24 yards.
Ace, ace. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. A toss play to Hunt. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. They run for it with Hunt. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Hunt is unable to get in on 4th and goal. And the Bronco defense comes up big. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That'll be caught right side by Hamilton. And they'll get him down up past the 15. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Looking deep downfield. That incomplete, crisis averted, almost picked. Instead, second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
11.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
11.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That's taken on the 25. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Now a play fake here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Not that time for Watkins. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll find a little space. He gets this up near the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's got room to run past the 20. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. They give him a gain of 37.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Garoppolo on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd and long. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. Ace, ace. Left, 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 left. Left, 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 left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
They'll run again with Hunt. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Left, 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 left.
On third down. That's Hunt. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Go ahead.
Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship, and do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.